Welcome back to Bat Fridays here on One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Batman issue 18 in the first story, The Secret of Hunter's Inn. What sounds like a mystery story, but is never particularly all that focused on the mystery, and most of my enjoyment from it comes from Batman and Robin getting their butts kicked in every single fight except for the final one, which is good for pacing and building up the stakes of the story, but also just hilarious. It's not a particularly strong story. It has just a lot of fights in it. And there are some amusing moments, more out of the ridiculousness of the story, which, hey, I'll give it credit for. I enjoy the ridiculousness of it, but it's not a particularly fun story to look back on and is going to be pretty forgettable, except for the whole fact that Batman and Robin just keep getting whooped, including Batman getting his greatest weakness of the Golden Age, getting a blow to the back of the head. I'm really worried about CTE when it comes to Batman. He's taken a lot of blows to the head that have knocked him unconscious. That can't be good for him. So there is a place called Hunter's Inn. It's in the middle of the woods. Robin even brings up that it seems like a great place to commit murders, except it's full of robberies. Millionaires are going to this lodge. Well, it's just like a hotel for, I guess, the rich, where they keep getting robbed. I think I found your solution. Stop going to the Hunter's Inn. Seems pretty easily if it's constantly getting robbed. They arrive, there's another millionaire, he gets robbed. It's pretty quickly they figure it out that Tweedledee and Tweedledum are behind this, and luckily they brought Alfred, which I was excited to see as soon as he was in the car, because Alfred hasn't done much since his introduction. He has made some snide comments, though, and Alfred, in fact, is the one who saves them here. Where things get weird, if it hasn't already been weird with Tweedledee and Tweedledum running around, when they wake up in the morning after Alfred saved them, they find the Hunter's Inn again, except it's somewhat different and it's not being run by the Tweedles. In fact, there's more guests, and the people running it are all crooks, who they immediately attack, to be somewhat fair. And it's not just them judging a book by its cover. Two of the guys had been in the Hunter's Inn the previous night and seemed to be attacking someone, so I guess there's some excuse, but they never apologize because these guys have done nothing wrong. In fact, the really interesting idea of the Hunter's Inn is that it's run by crooks and employs crooks, former crooks, completely rehabilitated crooks. Sort of unfair that I just keep calling them crooks, because they couldn't find work, so they made their own business and is apparently very successful with the rich set. Though I am kind of shocked that it still exists if people keep claiming to be robbed from there. But the solution is fairly easy. I thought it was going to be way more complicated, but there turns out to be two Hunters Inn, and the Tweedles have control over the roads going into both. Basically, you get robbed at the Tweedles Hunters Inn at night, where you don't remember or see much when going in. Leave, they can switch to the other Hunters Inn during the daylight. When you try to bring cops there, nothing makes sense. This plan pretty much relies on cops being stupid enough never to look around into the forest area after, I don't know, the third robbery. You would think they would sort of spread out. There might be crooks somewhere in the wilderness. They got to be nearby if they keep doing it. So Batman and Robin, eventually, as the only people to explore the woods, find the Tweedles, get knocked out again. Like 3 times. They lose against the crooks who run the Hunters Inn to begin with, too. They sort of won that fight, but then they got defeated again. Then didn't apologize. I'm still flabbergasted they did not apologize for attacking a bunch of guys for doing essentially nothing wrong. And when they discover the switches, they switch in, and the cops eventually find the Tweedles, taking them down. In fact, the ending's a little rushed. In between the massive amount of dialogue boxes, which I don't know what needed so much exposition for. It takes them forever to get to the explanation of how there's 2 Hunters Inn. I thought it was going to be something outrageous, like it's the same building, but they've done some sort of contraption to trick people. Now, they just built a second place. And after that, I don't know what really to say about it. I wouldn't say it's a terrible story. In its fundamentals, it works. It just seems pretty low for Batman to be dealing with. Like, I don't care about the millionaires being robbed, so that's part of a problem. But it's so low stakes for caped heroes to be getting involved in. And the solution is so disappointing. I mean, you can keep having them be defeated, but it never really brought up the threat of the Tweedles. It just seems like they're pretty bad at what they're doing. Okay, that is it from Batman issue 18, The Secret of Hunter's Inn. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notification when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday. But Mondays and Thursdays, I cover Superman in either Adventure Comics, which is Superboy, Superman, or Action Comics. And join us next time, same Bat Day, same comic book channel. Have a great day.